Get over here! Okay, this kind of works.
Yeah.
This is a very messy strategy, but what can you do?
Yeah, and Leonardo can be ready to shoot the Pegasus Knights coming from the left side.
Sounds good. That is assuming that Volug doesn't just straight up kill them.
Yeah. They're focusing Zyark. Come on, Zyark, get some dodges. That is a hammer. Yeah.
Yeah, no way. Good work, Zyark.
I will take all of this experience.
And that hammer.
And the hammer.
We got a hammer.
Oh, you guys are moving, okay.
Yep, that guy has a javelin.
For some reason, I thought when I see armor knights, a lot of times, like armor knights in small passageways tend to just sit there.
He's going after Aaron. Yeah, that's respectable, I guess. All things considered. But
yeah.
You know what? I'm fine with that. Yep, they have that Canto ability. That actually might screw us over a little bit.
It's going to make it a little trickier, but I think we'll be able to deal with whatever happens.
That's so awkward looking. Yeah, unfortunately, Volug's soaking up a little bit of, like, experience, but...
Yeah, I don't love it.
It is what it is. Okay.
Yeah, maybe we should have had Nolan stay there and block and fight instead, but...
Yeah, but I don't know.
He's more likely to have gotten killed.
Mm-hmm. I'm not taking that chance. Do what you do, Leonardo. Meanwhile... She's not quite there.
Somebody could push her. Zyre could push her.
Nope. Tree.
Oh,
Tree put in the way.
Oh, nobody could push her. Okay.
That's okay. They can't reach too far, so I'm thinking of just, like, having Volug retreat, and
yeah.
We can go from there.
Yeah, give it to Nolan or something.
Mm-hmm. He's got a javelin, so I'm just gonna go ahead and, like, take this slow for now.
Mm-hmm. Okay, can we position Jill on the south side of the rest of the group? Because the next group of Pegasi are going to be south of where we are right now.
Got you. So, Jill to the south?
Yep. Like, doesn't have to be completely, but like, yeah, that's fine. Makai's experience point generator.
Essentially. I have no qualms doing it this way.
It's economic.
And it's also beneficial. Alright, let's see. Yeah, we'll have Nolan deal with this guy. And we're kind of just have everyone else move forward for now. Jeez, like this this game like suddenly went from 0 to 60, like really fast.
I wouldn't say it started at 0.
30 to 60?
Yeah, it went from like 30 to 90.
30 to 90. Okay, that works.
Which is a song from the musical Tick Tick Boom, 3090. Written by Jonathan Larson, didn't really make it big until after his death.
Yeah.
Jonathan Larson, better known as the guy who wrote and composed Rent, which is a show that I hate, but I'm also fascinated with.
Yeah, I can understand that.
And I always feel bad saying that, because there are some people who, like, Rent is, like, very, very important to them.
Like,
and I just hate it, but also I'm so fascinated with the things it does wrong.
Like, for me, personally, it's a situation where it's like, yeah, I get it, but, no. Like, there's just something about it. It's the same thing with The Sound of Music for me. Like, The Sound of Music, like, is a musical that I understand is extremely important. It is, like, integral to the history of musical theater and everything. And, you know, I respect it for what it is. It didn't age well. I actually don't think I don't think The Sound of Music aged well.
I mean, it didn't age well in that it's kind of boring now.
That's pretty much what it is. It's like, yeah, I get it, but, like, when compared to the likes of some other musicals, even at the time like The Sound of Music was written, it just feels like I hate saying it this way, but I can't really express it in any other more accurate manner.
Just be careful with that javelin, but Ileana will survive it.
Oh yeah, like we can
go for it.
Yeah, I think we can go for this one.
Okay.
It's gonna sound bad me saying this, but The Sound of Music to me feels like Baby's first musical.
I mean, it's easier to say that now, but I get what you mean. I get what, like, I'm not really excited to sit through a production of Sound of Music anymore. Mm-hmm. Especially because, okay, actually though, the movie with Julie Andrews, I think really holds up.
I can agree with that.
Go watch the Julie Andrews movie sometime, and it's like, oh yeah, this is actually still great.
Yeah, like, I actually have seen the movie, and the movie actually holds up. Yes, I can agree with that.
It trims the fat a lot, the cast is great. It actually puts more emphasis on Maria's relationship with the children than the stage musical, though at the expense of the stage musical has more about, like, how they're dealing with the spread of Nazism through Austria.
Yeah.
And that is also really interesting, and it's a little sad that it's cut, but I think it makes the movie a lot leaner. It makes sense to cut that for a movie, I think.
I can see that, yeah.
I feel like there's a dream version of it that would incorporate both sides, because when you see the stage show of Sound of Music, it actually really underbakes the relationship with the kids.
I see what you're getting at, yeah.
Like, Do Re Mi is a pretty fun song in the movie, and it is insufferable in a stage show.
Exactly. That's the main one that gets me every time is like Do Re Mi.
Yeah.
Like that's the real kicker for me is like that's the song that like signifies to me, yeah, Baby's first musical, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And kind of the same thing with So Long Farewell. It's like I understand the appeal of this. I understand that it was important. I don't want to listen to it.
Well, I like it a lot, and what I like about it is how in Act 2 it comes back, but it's now being used as a cover while they secretly, like, escape the concert to get away from the Nazis.
Yeah, which
I think that's pretty cool.
I will agree with that, yeah.
Because I want my musicals to be developing the plot whenever there is a song. I don't want to just stop and have a song for the sake of it.
Exactly.
I want a song to either be developing a character or developing the plot. And Rodgers and Hammerstein, who trailblazed what a musical was, did, like, back then it was crowds were just there to see people sing, and the plot was something that was an excuse for the songs.
Yes.
And modern audiences are more like, no, like, we want a story, though.
That I can see, yeah. Okay, Jill, can you do anything about, like, at least one of these Pegasus Nights? No, you cannot. You can't really finish any one of them off. So what I'm thinking is we can have Nolan kind of, like, come over here. Can you finish this guy? Can you, like, actually kill this guy? No, you can't. So, yeah, the main issue right now is that, okay, getting this guy off the board. That's the Pegasus Knight's range. It covers a lot.
It does cover a lot. I mean, we can move Tyranio down to block. And we could try and, like,
we can probably, like, make a wall here or something.
Or something.
Yeah. I am going to have Jill at least, like, you know, try and, like, attack one of them, because she's not in danger of these guys, like, at all.
No, they're doing chump change damage.
And who knows, maybe she can't critical, actually, but oh well.
Also, it's weird watching the stage show of Sound of Music and the movie of Sound of Music back to back, because the context of a lot of the songs change between versions.
Yeah.
Like, where they're actually sung in the plot.
And, to go back to, like, what you said previously about Rent feels like high schoolers' first musical.
Yeah, it's very trendy or it was in the, like, 20-aughts.
And that was the real main issue. Like, the thing is, like, I don't mind Rent. It's not a terrible musical to me. But it is kind of, like, cringy to sit through after a little while.
I feel like there are things that happen in the story of Rent that are just baffling to me. Fun fact, Rent is actually an adaptation of the contemporary opera La Boheme.
Really?
Yeah, it's actually following the same story, but like setting it in 1980s New York. And the subject matter it's tackling is important. I just don't think it tackles them well.
I can totally get that, yeah.
Alright, so we should probably focus on Pegasi, though.
I mean, I think we're fine. Like, I have a plan on how to handle this.
He has a plan.
So here's what we're gonna do. We need to take this guy out. And I kind of want to have Edward do it. If only he, like...
I just hope he doesn't get too hurt doing it.
Yeah, that's my main issue. Yeah, he's not strong enough to, like...
I guess you could pick him up with Tyranio if he takes damage.
Yeah, but at the same time, that's still a bit of a risk.
Yeah. Okay, do we have a safer... I guess Zyark is the safer way to...
Either Zyark or Toronto.
I really don't want to give Toronto experience, though.
I don't either, but...
I would rather attack with Edward and then rescue him.
Toronto rescue?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that then.
Yeah, secure the kill.
Yeah.
Because Toronto holding them isn't going to matter. He's still not going to fall to flipping Pegasus Knights.
Yeah, you're right. Good work, Edward. Like, the one thing about, like, the sound... Like, not the sound of music. That Rent, that, like, tickles me a little bit.
Okay.
Is the fact that, like, in the movie, what's his name was in it? Freaking, weird dude. He sounds like this.
I actually don't remember who the actors in that movie are.
Freaking, like, I should know his name. But I'm drawing a blank again, like I usually do in these sort of situations.
I'm gonna look it up. Don't get anybody killed.
Thank you for the vote of confidence, but you're right. I would say that, but no.
I am trusting you not to get anybody killed while I look at the names of actors.
Yeah. He's famous for the you gotta have more cowbell, babe.
Christopher Walken?
Thank you.
Christopher Walken's not in Rent.
Is he not?
No.
What am I thinking?
I have no idea.
He was in a musical movie.
He's in lots of musical movies.
Yeah, but
because
like,
he's a dancer, but he's not in Rent.
Was he not in Rent? Then I'm thinking of something else.
No, man.
What else was he? What else was he in? Because like now I'm like wondering, it wasn't Christopher Walken?
Now I'm looking up Christopher Walken's IMDb.
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
Are you thinking of Hairspray?
Yes, I am thinking of Hairspray. You're right. Never mind.
Hairspray's kind of good.
Yeah, no, I'm okay with Hairspray. Like that's an okay movie to me.
Yeah, Hairspray. He's Tracy Turnblad's dad.
That's it.
And he does "You're Timeless to Me."
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's it.
And he's with John Travolta playing the mom.
That's it. So yes, I do apologize. It was that I was thinking of.
I forgive you. I was just very confused for a moment.
My bad.
Yeah, he plays Wilbur Turnblad.
Nice block there, Aaron. So what's something about a musical that, like, you think back on it and it's like, yeah, like, I know this, and a lot of people don't, and it tickles me? For example, like, for me personally, one of the most amusing things for me is that, like, you know the popular hit pop song, If I Was a Rich Girl?
Yes.
You'd be surprised how many people don't know where that's actually from.
Yeah.
Or rather, like, what it was inspired by.
Yeah, it's Fiddler.
Yep. If I were a rich man... Did
you know that, Sound of Music, being one of the most famous musicals ever, is one of two that these two musicals are the only ones to share a Tony Award for Best Musical the year they came out.
Really?
And the other one is Fiorello, which you have not heard of.
I have not heard of Fiorello.
Was never heard from again. But apparently it was as important as Sound of Music.
I've never heard of Fiorello. Nope.
I don't know, that's the fun fact that came off the top of my head.
Alright, Frith. Okay. I think I know what we can do here.
I wasn't crazy about the film version of Hairspray, but all around it's a pretty solidly written musical.
It's not a bad movie.
It's got
either,
good songs.
if you ask me.
Rent has good songs too, if I'm being honest.
Oh yeah, like that's the thing about it.
The story
like,
of Rent pisses me off.
Here's the thing about Rent and The Sound of Music and whatnot. Like, they're not terrible. They're not terrible in regards to their music, but the story, like, you can like a musical for its music and not their story. Oh, you can give someone this time!
Oh, I forgot about
I forgot that was a thing!
Yeah. Oh, and then you can immediately rescue someone else. That's pretty useful.
Wow. So yeah, you know what? I'm gonna do this. We learned something.
The Edward train. Rent. So, of the cast in Rent, the two characters that, like, are most in danger, because it deals with the AIDS epidemic.
Yes.
Again, very serious subject matter, good stuff to tackle, not tackled well.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll give Rent this, actually. For the time it came out, it was very progressive in representation of LGBT groups.
I can't agree with that, yes.
It has a prominent trans character, though they don't call them transsexual at the time because that just wasn't the word choices used.
Yeah.
Hang in there, Aaron.
No, he's fine.
You got a bisexual character, you got a gay character, you got a lesbian character, you got straight characters. Every type of character. How they represent bisexual people, I think, is a little lofty, but...
Yeah.
What are we gonna do about this Pegasus?
Ew. Yeah, but the thing is, like, this Pegasus Knight isn't actually all that powerful. All she has is a javelin. So what we can do is Jill. Let's have you not finish this guy off because you're not strong enough. We need to work on that. Can you actually finish this guy off? And then you can Kanto out. Yes, you can.
Yep, we'll take some damage, but...
Yeah, no, that's fine. That gives, that gives, like, Laura and Micaiah something to do. I also like when you use a flying unit, you like instead of like them doing the classic pose, you can see them charging in.
So like, the two characters you need to feel the most sorry for, the two that are like really in danger of dying, one of them does die.
Yes.
Is Angel, and then towards the end, Mimi is almost dying. And Mimi has a drug problem and keeps making really terrible decisions that worsen her situation. So I have trouble being like, oh no, Mimi. And Angel is introduced when she explains that she killed a dog for money. And I never get around to being like, oh, I forgive Angel for killing this dog. It's treated like a joke. And that is a thing that comes from the original opera, La Boheme.
Yeah.
But the opera La Boheme is about destitute artists, actual bohemians. Okay? And the character of Angel comes in and is like, somebody paid me to kill a dog, and, like, I had to do it because we're starving. But this is about, like, a bunch of artists who, like, are living in New York who just, like, don't want to pay their rent, who just, like, don't want to ask their parents for help.
Right.
Who just, like, are not struggling in the same way. And it's treated like such a joke that they kill this dog. Whereas then Benny, who is the character who, you know, is continuing to charge them rent on the building they get, he's, like, treated as, like, the villain. And I think he is completely in the right. And it's not like when you watch some Marvel movies where you watch, like, Eric and Black Panther and you're like, oh, yeah, he, like, had a point. He just went about... No, Benny does nothing wrong.
I see what you're getting at, yeah.
He is charging rent for his apartment after letting them live there for free for a little while, and now he's finally like, hey, I need to start charging you rent, though. And they're treating it like it's some injustice.
When in reality,
Rent is the most... The characters of Rent are the most entitled assholes, and I hate them.
I see.
I hate every character in that show.
Sorry, I'm kind of just like seeing how I can go about this, and I think I got it.
And they're all very much like, well, I need to, like, do my art, though. It's so important that I do my art. My art is important. And, like, when you see it, it's like... Roger... Is it Roger or is it the other guy? But he's, like, a videographer, and he's just, like, making a quote-unquote documentary. But, like, you see the documentary at the end, and it's really just, like, him filming people on the street. There's no, like, artistry to it or anything. It's just, like, he thinks it's important because it's his art. So he thinks he should not have to pay rent and get to work on this. Mm-hmm, and he leaves a job in his field making movies because he, like, feels like he's giving up to, like, the man. I'm like, screw you, Roger.
Nope.
Nice job, Leo.
Alright. Alright, and there we go.
But there's a lot of people who really love Rent, and I imagine a lot of it has to do with, like, the representation and how it was probably, like, the first big movie that, like, treated certain people like people who deserve to exist.
Yeah, but
and
at the same time...
I understand why some people get very emotionally attached to it, and I don't want to tell them they're wrong for being emotionally invested in it.
At the same time, though, like, this is kind of like how I see it, like, nowadays. I'm seeing a lot of, like, you know, LGBTQ representation, or whatever kind of representation that's, like, positive representation. Yeah. Let's call it that. I'm seeing a lot of positive representation lately that, while well-intentioned, or, like, you know, while well-intentioned and or, sorry, I'm just trying to look at this here. Okay, so they cover all that. While well-intentioned, feels like it's shoehorned in.
I tend to disagree when people say that kind of thing, but...
Really?
My point is that the representation has nothing to do with it, and I understand if that's what it was about Rent that, like, made you really love it. Mm-hmm. And that is still valid.
Like, I understand that, but at the same time, I guess it really depends on the, it depends on the, like, on the eyes of the beholder. Yeah. I wholly understand that. To me, personally, and this is coming from a straight guy, like, I'm just going to, like, put that disclaimer out there right now.
Yeah, take this with a grain of salt.
Yes. When I see LGBTQ or any sort of positive representation, racial representation, like, or anything like that, being presented in a very, like, well-written and very positive light, then I'm all down for it. But there are certain scenarios where it feels shoehorned in that, while the representation is nice, it feels disingenuous.
I mean, and a lot of times, I mean, the fact of the matter is you got producers trying to make money off of these things, and they are deciding, like, oh, hey, like, you know, we can bring in the crowd, like, people like inclusion now, so we can make more money if we, you know, make more diverse characters. So, like, that is kind of cynical. Sometimes you get a character who probably was gay only to sell more issues or to sell more copies of the movie or something. But also, like, I don't think that's a bad thing.
Yeah, that's a good point.
However, like, you get more inclusion.
Like at the end of the day, like, I suppose it's like, you know, they're going to be doing this for money one way or the other.
The big one right now is Tim Drake in the Batman comics.
Oh, yeah. It's like...
I am all for him being bi. I see no problem with it.
Quite frankly, like, I am surprised that it took him this long.
And don't tell me that I just don't understand the comics. I understand the Batman comics. Thank you.
Yeah, don't try to challenge him on this.
How dare you?
I hate the fact that all three of these have the same freaking range.
Oh, wow.
So yeah, like there.
We might also be looking on into some reinforcements once we engage these guys.
Really?
Yeah. So if we can, I think maybe we should take a turn to, like, move Jill in, kill the healer, and move out, or kill the healer with somebody else, and then rescue them with Jill.
Yeah, I want to take a little bit of time to move these guys forward first. So let's have Jill move over here, and she'll be at the ready.
Okay. I mean,
so
yeah,
like, oh man, that actually reminds me of a funny situation that happened in No More Heroes 3, right?
Okay.
So, no, this is not spoilers, mind you, so don't worry about that. But there's a situation in No More Heroes 3 where eventually you unlock a sweatshirt that says...
Oh, I know what you're talking about, yeah.
that says, fuck racism.
Yeah.
And a lot of people got on their high horse, like, I'm just gonna say that, actually. I'm gonna be disrespectful a little bit here. A lot of people got on their high horse, say, like, getting mad about, like, Travis being like, fuck racism on his shirt, and is like, oh, that's so out of character, and it's like, no, it's not! He is an otaku who loves Japanese culture. He learned wrestling from a Mexican luchador. His master is a Japanese sensei. His best friend is an Irishman, or like his brother is an Irishman. His best friend is possibly Jewish. His like protege Shinobu is African American.
Yeah.
And like Sylvia is European, and he married her.
Yeah.
Absolutely, like Travis would say, fuck racism. Like, yes!
Guys, Travis says fuck everything.
Yeah, kinda. Like, it's less like fuck racism and more like just fuck it all. Like, I don't give a crap.
Like, anything he doesn't like, oh, would you like mayonnaise on your sandwich? Fuck mayonnaise! Like...
Kind of, yeah. So it's like, get off your high horses, people. Come on.
That's a low high horse.
Like, for real,
That is a subterranean horse.
Good work, Jill.
Get off your low horse.
Like, for real. I just find it hilarious.
I could see Travis wearing that shirt just because he thought it was funny.
Oh, absolutely. Like, for all we know, like, yeah, that is a thing. But, yeah, I can see him totally saying fuck racism just because of the people he hangs out with.
Mm-hmm.
The thing is, like, he not only does he... It's not that he loves everyone equally. He hates everyone until they get on his good side.
Yeah.
Like, let's be real for a moment. Like, you could be like agreeing with him in every way, shape, or form like you can imagine. If he doesn't like you, you're probably getting a bean katana to the neck.
Like, I have trouble seeing Travis, like, going out in, like, protests because I have trouble seeing him care about anything enough.
Pretty much.
But I totally see him wearing that shirt.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I love the fact that it's like, it's funny, you know? It's really funny that that's a situation that, like, a lot of people were, like, trying to get on that quote-unquote high horse, and it's like, come on, people. Like, you're looking at something that's not actually there. Anyway. I hate that they're not moving. 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 I hate that they're not moving!
I guess we just need to...
See, the thing is, like, this guy and this guy have ranged units with this guy holding a freaking killing edge. That's my biggest issue right now.
Do you want to, like, run Volug in there first, or Soth, just to, like, break it up a little?
I might just have Volug tank it.
Okay.
Let's look at the numbers here.
5 if he crits 15.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have him tank it.
Is he gonna have to tank all 3 hits?
Yes, he can survive that.
Okay, yeah.
Like, if he's gonna take 15 damage from a critical, a wind edge and a hand axe aren't gonna do much.
I guess we could have also done that with Tronio.
Yeah, but at the same time, it's like, it is what it is. I'm fine with this.
It'll be okay.
Before anything else, however, let's keep this experienced gravy train rolling.
I think we might... Oh, wait a second.
What?
Did we get the hidden item that's here?
Thank you for reminding me.
Okay, move Soth. Yes, it should be right there. There it is.
Arm scroll. Very nice. Thank you for reminding me of that.
Yep.
All right. Shall we?
Let's go for it.
Make us proud, Volug. As I'm sure you're going to do. You are not that, you are not to the same level as some of the others.
No crit.
Beautiful. And that's a weakening. Yeah, he's fast enough that Volug is not going to take any significant damage, so this works out great. There's the reinforcements.
Yep. It's a trap. Okay, but after...
Oh, this is beautiful, actually.
Now that these guys have shown up, and be aware they have javelins.
Yes.
But now that they...
I'm just gonna have Nolan.
Yeah, okay.
I just want to have Nolan go there. Or Jill.
Dealer's choice.
You know what? I'm gonna have Jill do it.
Okay.
Because she can go in here and, like, get some terrain benefit.
Okay. Do you want to move Leonardo that way, too, so that he can help follow up?
Yes. But first, let's deal with these guys. Who do you want to give this to?
Micaiah, I think.
I want Micaiah to take out this hand axe guy.
Oh, sorry, that's who I was thinking of. Okay, then, Aaron? Nolan?
We also got these guys to deal with.
Yeah, let's get ranges on. Gotta be careful not to... Yeah, I'd say...
Okay, I have an idea. I know how we're gonna do this.
Okay.
First, let's take care of this, let's take care of this guy.
Yeah, Thami. It's worth it, Thami.
Beautiful. Awesome.
Okay.
And... Ooh, I know what we can do. Let me check something real quick. Yeah, actually, I think I might be willing to do that.
Okay, I did kind of want to move Leonardo to the right. To
Actually, yeah, let's do that.
Jill.
Let's do that instead, actually,
Yeah.
now that you mentioned that.
Because if Jill loses control of that situation, it's going to get really messy.
Mm-hmm. I'm willing to try
Go
it.
for it. If it hits,
great.
that would be very nice.
Nope.
That's fairly safe. We can heal with Laura if we have to.
We don't have to. Well done, Aaron. Okay. Things are going at least a little bit smoothly. Strength, skill, and defense. That's exactly what you need. And then we're going to have Toronto trade him to equip the Javelin. Because this guy's got a wind edge.
Yeah, and Aaron's going to eat that for breakfast.
Yep.
Okay, none of those Pegasi can
Reach anyone
Ileana,
else,
right?
no.
Yeah.
They can only reach Jill, and she's ready to run interference.
Like, I thought so, but I just don't want anything dumb to happen.
Mm-hmm. Alright. I think we're good.
Yep. Aaron's not going to do a lot of damage here, but he's also really safe to tank this.
Nice!
Yeah, so wind edges are nice. They realized that swords were underpowered in Path of Radiance, so they had to invent a ranged sword option, which is a little silly, but...
Hey, what are you gonna do?
Hey, yeah, fantasy world.
Wow, she can only do 4 damage to Jill with that steel lance.
Doubling, yes.
Wow, Jill!
Probably because it's a steel lance.
Probably, yeah. Still, that's nice.
Those are heavy, and Pegasi don't usually have good strength.
Mm-hmm.
Jill, I missed you.
Like a boss.
Like a boss who takes Fridays off.
Still, Jill, you're doing work.
Yep. She did what she needs to do.
Mm-hmm.
One of them is dead already, meaning Jill and Leonardo can clean these two up.
I mean, she's doing pretty well already. I think I know what I want Jill to do next, actually.
Kill that Pegasus?
No, I want her to run interference on those lancemen coming up. We can have Leonardo take this Pegasus Knight out.
Okay. Yay, heal hedge.
Wonderful.
Now, this is a route chapter, so it'll end when we kill the first enemy. Consider that if you want to, like...
Last enemy.
When you kill the last enemy, so consider that if you want to, like, heal for a little bit more experience points.
Yeah, we will, but I think I'm ready to call it. I think I'm ready to call it here. We'll get some last bit of the healing.
Yep.
Oh, nice. Way to go, Leonardo.
I'm just saying, like, yeah.
Is that C skill? No, B skill. Oh, he could have already used that one longbow we saw in the...
Yeah.
Damn, I kind of wish we brought it.
We should have bought that.
Oh, well. Okay, I'm curious here. Ileana, what can you do against this guy? Not great. So we might just have Micaiah do it.
What a nerf.
Yeah, what a nerf to Lightning. But you know what? Lightning was kind of OP in regards to magic in the last game. So I get it to a certain extent.
I guess so.
Still, we can have Ileana do something here.
The problem with magic in the Tellius games is more that, like, none of the mages have the speed stat they need.
Yeah.
Except for Soren.
Yeah, let's have Laura do one last bit of healing again on some... Can she?
If you move Jill first... You can
I know
you can
what
have
we do.
Jill attack Kanto back and then...
Yep. Let's do it with the Iron Lance.
Yeah, go for the iron. It's an axe, not a lance.
Iron Axe, yeah, you're right,
Yeah.
sorry. Jill's proving to be just as reliable as she was in the last game.
Yeah.
I love it. She did fall out for us. Oh, that's very nice. She did fall out for us a bit in the last game. Like...
Yeah, we ended up preferring Har. Which I tend to do in this game, too. There are some players who like Jill, and to get Jill better than Har, what you kind of have to do is this wonky thing in Part 3, where you recruit her with Ike's army from Micaiah's army so that you get more availability to train Jill.
I forgot that that's something you can do.
Yeah, there'll be points where Ike and Micaiah's armies clash, and you can actually... Some characters can be recruited back and forth. It's a little pointless, but it's funny.
I don't even know if it's pointless, because, like, if what you say is true, in that, like, it helps you, like, get these characters back up to snuff, like, the ones that you want to use, then that doesn't sound quite as pointless as you might think it is.
Like, if you really want to run Jill, or, for whatever reason, Zyhark, it helps to recruit them over the Ike side. But also, by that point in the story, you already have Har, and he's probably kicking ass and taking names.
That's true. Alright, there we go. Whew.
Good job.
Awesome.